to cloud. Okay. All right. Well, welcome to the first of the Career Fair Prep workshop series this fall. Today, we're going to talk about what is a career fair and how do I prepare. So the College of LAS has teamed with the College of ACES for the ACES and LAS Career Fair. This fall, it's being held on September 23rd from noon to 6 p.m. I will send out the registration link. You'll be able to find it on our website. You can also find it online. You need to have a Handshake at Illinois account in order to register for the career fair. So your first step in preparing for the career fair is to create a Handshake account if you do not have one. We will talk more about what makes a good Handshake account later in this series. But for today and now to get you going, you just want to make sure that you do have a Handshake account. As you can see here with the instructions, you'll log in by Handshake, you'll select career fairs on the left column, and then select register tab for ACES and LAS career fair at the bottom of the screen and complete the online form. Once you've done that, the next step in the process is to review the employers. You will be able to access this as soon as you've registered, so you'll be able to see who's there and research them. At this point, we have over 102 employers who are registered to attend the fair, and over 80% have said that they are interested in students with LAS majors. So that is very good for us. While many of the employers you may see may be agriculture employers, there are also many that are interested in LAS students. Hopefully my screen will move with me. Sarah, can you tell me, can you see this?
It is still on the registration screen.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to stop share and share each time. Now you should see this spreadsheet that I will be sharing with you that lists out all of the employers, their industry, a description of the employer. You'll also see the employer website, so you can start to access information and do some research on them. It will state whether they accept all majors. If it's blank, it does mean that they do. Otherwise, you will see a space where they will list out the majors that they're looking for. You will also see employment types, whether they're looking to hire full-time students after graduation, part-time positions, whether they have internships available. You see under job search or job types, internships and job type. And you can also see what school years they are interested in. This will allow you to start to break down who you might be interested in researching more and contacting and setting up a time to be on Handshake with them. So again, this is a very long spreadsheet, but it is detailed information that will be extremely useful for you. My recommendation is if you find a company that you're interested in, for example, Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago, you go ahead and just grab out their website and start doing some research on them in order to prepare to meet with them. I would find a few that you're really interested in and then determine how many you feel that you can register to see successfully in that day. Okay, I'm going to stop share and start share again. So what are your next steps? Once you've started looking at employers, there we go. You can go to the Department of Sociology internships page and start to find your next set of resources. The first is utilize the on-demand career prep resources. And I'll click on this in a minute. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you all with the screen share again. The second is a sample good resume. This was shared by a recruiter earlier this year in a workshop that was hosted by the Career Center here at UIUC. So that's a good thing to use as a start. There's also a free online resume scanner that checks keywords in your resume to make sure that you have the strongest resume possible, words that would pop out to potential employers. Again, this comes from the recruiter series at the Career Center. There's directions on how to write a good cover letter. You can also find the link to Handshake if you haven't gotten to that part yet. And then further down, you will find the opportunity to do practice interviewing. University of Illinois has contracted with a company called Big Interview, which allows you to actually record an online mock interview and then view it back and get feedback on your performance. So this would be something that would be excellent in helping you see how you interact on camera and strengthen your skills before you get to the career fair. So if we now go into the on-demand career fair prep resources, I'm going to stop share and share again to make sure that you stay with me. You will find some helpful videos, the No Fear Virtual Career Fair Success, the elevator pitch, and your infomercial. The elevator pitch and your infomercial are the next things you really should start working on so that you know the short commentary that you're going to state to an employer, either in an email outreach or a cover letter, or when you introduce yourself, why you're interested in their company. Of course, for each of the companies that you are going to schedule a time with, you're going to want to do some research so that you know what they do and where you can express why you might be interested in them. This doesn't have to take a long time, but it is at least a bit of time with each, and you should have some notes so that you can really tailor your experience with each of those employers. It will impress them to know that you know more about them, and also that you're there for a motivated reason. Here in this website, you will find information about what to wear. Not such a big deal. They're only going to see you from the waist up, so you do want to look professional on the top half. Then there are tips before the fair, during the fair, and for after the fair. So especially, we'll talk later as we get closer to the event, what you'll want to do post that, along with sending thank you notes and making notes for yourself as to how to continue to follow up in this process. But for today, we just want to get you set up. So I want you to utilize the on-demand resources once you've gotten registered. Get your resume in order, consider practice interviewing, looking at how to write a good cover letter, because you might be doing some outreach to these employers in advance, saying, hey, hi, I'm coming, I'm looking forward to meeting you, and this is why. Then next steps after that, I'm going to stop share again, move our page. And share one more time. Okay. All right. Here again on the internships page for our department website, you will find the link to career coaching. You can schedule a 30-minute appointment with a career coach where they can review your resume and give you feedback on that. There are also additional options within our career services where you can do some interviewing, find their career preparation, and you can also send in your resume in order to have an online review at the same time. This one you'll receive about 3 business days it takes, so you'll want to make sure that you have prepared for that. So those are your first steps to start working on this week. The other thing that I want to share is about being prepared for being on Zoom, and that's something that you'll want to make sure that you do now. You'll want to make sure that you have a working camera. The employers will want to see you. You also want to make sure that you have a working microphone. The other piece that you want to make sure that you have, and I'm going to hopefully show this on my screen now. So I will put on, is a background. You'll want a professional background, or at least a blurred background. So if you are on Zoom, let's see, Sarah, can you tell me if you can see? I might have to screen share my Zoom screen. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, there we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen again. I want you to see my Zoom screen, so we'll try this. If you go into the top where it says stop video and you see video settings.
No, we're still on the resume and cover letters.
So, okay, so you can't see my drop down bottom. Okay, cool. I'm going to try this again. See if I can make it better. Well, I will walk you through this. If you're looking at your Zoom screen, in the bottom left, you should see mute and stop video or start video. If you click on the arrow that says start or stop video, in the middle, you will see an option that says choose virtual background. If you choose virtual background, then you will get a settings area where there are an option for virtual backgrounds. There might be some there, they may not. You can upload them if you want. For example, University of Illinois has uploaded UIUC or Lincoln Hall, I believe. I'm not actually sure what that is. It popped up on mine today. I have a photograph of my office. So when I was working from home, if I didn't want my background to be shown, I could look like I was in my office. You can also take the option of blurring your background so that then nothing else can be seen in the background. This will create a much more professional environment for you in the Zoom screen and have the focus on you in the video and not on what's going on in the background. If you're in your room with your roommate or your cat's walking across the, I don't know, the back couch or those sorts of things. Okay. All right, from there, what questions do you have, Sarah? I know, Ashley, you're typing in the chat, so you might have some questions. So we're at the point of seeing what questions you have and what to do over the next week before we get to the next steps of this experience.
Yeah, so I would say that little presentation was a very good starting off point. I think I'm definitely going to utilize sending in my current resume to those who can look it over and revise it for me. That sounds great. I just went over the blurring option and that was pretty easy to figure out. And I also think it's a really good idea to reach out to the businesses that you're interested in talking to beforehand. I think I'll definitely be doing that as well. I don't have any questions at this time, but all those three things were super helpful and things that I'm definitely going to do to prepare for the job fair.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. I think, let's see, Ashley asks, the fair is on Zoom. Yes, it is on Zoom. And will they be offering interns or it depends on the company? It depends on the company. There definitely are a good amount of them that list internships. As I mentioned, I will be sending out that Excel file to all of the participants. It's quite long. As I mentioned, it's currently 102 employers. So if you take a look through that, that will give you a good start, but you can also go ahead and cruise around on Handshake. I just want you to have all of the resources possible in order to start identifying employers. So Sarah, I think you set it up great for what would be next steps. I want this to be in manageable chunks, which is why we're having workshops every Wednesday for the next 3 Wednesdays. The day before the fair will be a good opportunity for anyone to ask final questions, make sure that everything is good to go for the next day. So register first, definitely get your resume going or checked and revised, if not, and start to research the employers and identify who you want to reach out to. Then in the following week, you can start to craft, as Sarah said, I think it's great to reach out to them and say, hey, hi, I'm going to be at the fair and I'd very much like to meet with you. And this is why. So let's make this manageable. If you have any questions, please feel free to hop on my scheduling system and make an appointment over the next couple of weeks. I'm happy to meet one-on-one and talk through what you're thinking about. And otherwise, I will see you all hopefully next Wednesday at 1 o'clock, September 15th, for the next steps in preparing for this process. Thanks. Ashley, did you have any other questions? I'll look in the chat. Super. All right. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you. See you next week.
Yeah.